What's going on, gardeners? On today's 2-minute garden tip, I'm going to show you what to expect after heavily pruning an avocado tree and why you shouldn't be afraid when you see these signs. When I tell people that I've been growing an avocado tree in ground for the last 4 years here in Zone 8A, North Carolina, they are routinely shocked. And that's because not even this cold hardy Lila avocado tree can survive long-term in any Zone 8 climate. I need to hard prune this tree every year to keep it small so I can encompass it in a hoop structure and protect it. I pruned this tree back in September 20th to be exact, and today is October 29th. So it's only been a little over a month since I've pruned this tree. Now, when I started, this tree was 12 to 15 feet tall. It was towering over my house, and now it's only about 6 to 7 feet tall. So I really trimmed this tree down. And while pruning your fruit trees is a healthy thing to do, and it is good for it in terms of fruit production, it's not necessarily the healthiest thing in the world to prune a tree so heavily. But if you want to grow an avocado tree in ground in Zone 8, you don't have a choice. And I want to show you a few things that you're going to see when you prune an avocado tree this heavily that you may not see otherwise. The first thing you're going to notice is about 1 to 2 weeks after you hard prune your avocado tree, you're going to see these brown scorched leaves start appearing. And this is actually not disease. This is sun scald. It's sunburn, believe it or not. And the reason why this happens is because these trees used to be deep inside the canopy of the tree because all of the external leaves actually provided an incredibly shady environment for it. So when I came and I removed all of those old leaves that were out in front, all of these leaves for the first time in their lives became exposed to direct sunlight, and they got scorched because they weren't used to dealing with the UV intensity. And I'm here to tell you this is not a big deal at all. That's because all of these new leaves that are coming out at every single cut point from the pruning are going to replace these old leaves. While avocados may be evergreen trees, they still drop their leaves intermittently throughout the season. So these leaves are going to naturally fall anyway and get replaced by the newer, perfectly UV resistant leaves. So when you see these brown spots, that sun scald popping up, it's not your tree actually getting hurt. All of those leaves will be replaced in no time. And the next thing you're going to notice is an explosion of new growth everywhere you made a cut after you got done pruning the tree. That is because now the growth hormone that used to go all the way out to the tip of the tree is now collecting where you made the cut. So that growth hormone that collects is signaling to provide new growth at every single cut point. So in the beginning, while it may make you feel really bad to aggressively prune your fruit tree, they will recover. You will see these new shoots form all over the place in about 1 month's time. And while the tree has a lot of sun scald on it right now, it's not going to be a big deal because all of those old leaves will fall off by the end of winter and they will be replaced by all of this new gorgeous growth. And come March, your avocado tree will be perfect once again. If you live in a growing zone where an avocado tree has no risk of freeze damage, I don't recommend you prune your avocado nearly as hard as I did. However, if you do live in a colder zone like I do, and you want to try growing an avocado tree in ground and push the limits of your zone, don't be afraid to cut them very aggressively because they will recover. And that's today's 2-minute garden tip. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and hitting the bell to receive new video notifications, and check out our Amazon storefront and spread shop in the video description for a list of the gardening products I use and awesome custom designed apparel and other gear. Your support is greatly appreciated.